Hey, it's fall again! And here in the Northeast, that means that chrysanthemums are blooming, we break out cozy sweaters, and we sip on warm apple cider. To me, it also means making desserts with pumpkins. Hi, I'm Christine, and if you're new here, I want to welcome you to Christine's Natural Kitchen, where I make healthy eating delicious and simple. I'm about to show you how to make an amazing paleo pumpkin custard that I know you will love. All of the ingredients I'm using are from Basil Bandwagon Natural Market, my favorite place to shop. To make our paleo pumpkin custard, I'm going to make my pumpkin from scratch. Of course, you can feel free to substitute canned pumpkin, but this is kind of a fun seasonal thing to do. So you want to take a good sharp knife and make a careful cut into your pumpkin. This is a little bit of a tricky job. You really want to make sure you have a good sharp knife. Now we're just going to scoop out all of these pumpkin seeds. And you just want to remove any little bits of the stem like that. Those are kind of tough and hard to eat, so we'll just cut that off. I'm just going to cut this up into some smaller pieces. So to cook the pumpkin, I've added 1 inch of water on the bottom of the pot. I'm going to cover it and bring it up to a boil over medium-high heat. So once the pumpkin and the water come to a boil, you're going to lower the heat to simmer on medium-low for about 25 minutes or until it's easily pierced with a fork. So once your pumpkin is soft enough, you basically just put it in a blender and blend it into a nice, soft, creamy puree like this. So now I'm going to take 3/4 cup of this pumpkin puree and place it into my blender. Add 1.5 cups of full-fat coconut milk and 1/4 cup of maple syrup. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of creamy almond butter. And this is a combination of 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla bean powder, and a few pinches of sea salt, or basically 1/8 teaspoon of sea salt. I love this brand of vanilla powder. Now just blend this for a minute or two. Now pour the blended mixture into a saucepan. Here I have 1/2 teaspoon of agar powder, which is a sea vegetable, and that's going to act as our thickener. And then I'm adding 2 tablespoons of water. We're diluting this just like you would cornstarch. And we're going to add this to the pumpkin mixture. Now let's bring this up to a boil over medium-high heat. So now that it's come to a boil, we're going to lower the heat to simmer on low, gently covered with the lid cracked a little bit for 20 minutes. While we're waiting for the pumpkin pudding to cook, we're going to go ahead and make some whipped topping. I'm using the Let's Do Organic brand Organic Heavy Coconut Cream, and I chilled this overnight so it's nice and firm. And I'm going to transfer this carefully into my mixing bowl. Might need a sturdier spoon to get that out of there. We're only going to add as much liquid as needed. We're going to mostly work with the solidified fat from the top. But you'll see we've got some extra liquid in there that we can just add a little bit of if we need to, or we can save that and use that for something else like making a smoothie. While the pumpkin pudding is cooking, I'm going to make some coconut whipped cream. In here I have the contents of this can, except for the watery part. I refrigerated a can of Let's Do Organic heavy coconut cream. I refrigerated it overnight, and then I just scooped off the solid fatty part and left the water there for another use. You can always use that in a smoothie or pudding or something. And I'm going to blend this with a little bit of my powdered monk fruit sweetener. I've got 2 tablespoons of that in here. You can use more to taste if you like, but it's pretty strong. It's sweeter than regular powdered sugar. And then I also added a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla bean powder. Let's blend this together. If you're used to making dairy whipped cream, it's going to be a little bit of a different process. You'll be surprised that there's some water separating there from your cream. Just pour that off to separate it from the creamy part. Our finished pumpkin pudding is just the right consistency. And now divide it equally among 2 to 3 ramekins. Depending on the size of your ramekins, you might get 4 out of it. But these are deep ramekins, so I'm gonna fill them up and make 3 big ones. Of course, it's almost impossible not to get little smutty things here, little messy sides, so we're just gonna go back and wipe those off. And once these are cooled down to room temperature, you can go ahead and refrigerate them and chill them for about 1 hour or so until they're nice and firm and cool. So after your pumpkin pudding has chilled for an hour, they're going to be firm to the touch. You can go ahead and dollop each one with a little bit of your coconut whipped cream. And a little sprinkle of nutmeg. It just adds a nice touch. And there you have it. A delicious, healthy, guilt-free, seasonal pumpkin dessert. So if you want to make someone happy, go ahead and make them some Paleo pumpkin custard. Even if you're just making it for yourself, it's well worth the effort to enjoy this guilt-free indulgence. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That helps me to know what kind of recipe videos are your favorite so I can keep making more. And when you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you'll find out about new cooking videos when they come out. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.